Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Got another batch of PC game updates to go over. No Man's Sky getting another update, the 7th No Man's Sky Expedition Leviathan, and I want to talk about this because I heard some rumblings about this game potentially being an Epic Game Store freebie soon. I find that hard to believe, but we'll talk mainly about the new update itself. Ryzen got another update for you guys on that. I thought yesterday's video we talked about the game's success. Well, it's done even better than that. And Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 got its release date, excuse me. I'll talk that at the end of this video. But first up, No Man's Sky Leviathan Expedition trailer has dropped, about a minute long, showcasing the expedition itself. This is a game that, man, credit to Hello Games, and I say it over and over again when I talk about No Man's Sky, but they've done a tremendous job of keeping this game updated. You know, I was definitely not a fan of this game when I picked it up for $60 back in August of 2016. However, nowadays you can get it for like 25 bucks. It's so much better than what it was at launch. Is it a perfect game? From when I last played it, no, it's not a perfect game, but they've continued to update it, so I need to go back. I've been meaning to go back and play more No Man's Sky, you know, for a while. It's just, this is a game that is a little bit of a time investment, so a little bit daunting to go back into it, but nonetheless, Hello Games officially notes the 7th No Man's Sky Expedition Leviathan finds travelers trapped in a time loop curse suspected to trace back to a near-mythical space creature. Join the community effort to help recover memory fragments, lost remnants of previous loops, and liberate the universe in this unique roguelike survival adventure, jam-packed with rewards, including the Whale Stalker Cloak, a temporal starship trail, and the ultimate prize, the Leviathan itself, an imposing living frigate to add to your fleet. So that, there's also an official website that goes over a lot more information as far as what you can expect out of it. Again, as I mentioned, I heard some rumblings about this being a potential Epic Game Store freebie. That would be a ridiculous freebie if they got it. I mean, Epic Game Store has given out games at this level before. Borderlands 3, yeah, that was at a pretty high level. No Man's Sky has, like, I feel like No Man's Sky has more value than Borderlands 3. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being a Borderlands 3 hater, but, nonetheless, No Man's Sky would be an insane freebie, but right now, take that with a grain of salt. I don't know that for certain, but, this is the period of time where Epic Game Store should be giving out some major titles, and I mean, if Borderlands 3 is anything to go by, yeah, they're doing just that. Alright, moving on from that, Ryzen, again, a game that's doing incredibly well. The vampire survival game, open world vampire survival game, they put out a tweet on the official Ryzen Twitter account. 1 million vampires have risen from their slumber. Thank you all for being a part of this achievement. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean 1 million copies of the game have been sold and gone through, because it could be people using Steam Family Share. Actually, you can't use Family Share in early access games, can you? Yeah, so that wouldn't be a thing. But it could be people buying the game, then not liking it, refunding it. You guys know how the deal works, but 1 million vampires or 1 million players, that's a pretty monumental feat for a game that I don't think they were expecting this kind of, you know, attention and appeal. Now, obviously, sustainability is always going to be a thing with games like this. I mean, even like a game like Valheim that did incredibly well, that game, you know, it didn't sustain its peak. No game is going to sustain its peak. I know, you know, sometimes it's a very nice headline, oh, Elden Ring lost 95% of its player base. Well, it's a single-player game, you know? People are going to beat it and they're going to move on, or whatever the case may be. I think Elden Ring still has a sizable player base, but nonetheless, you guys get the idea. Sometimes it's definitely a talking point, like when Battlefield 2042 or whatever falls below X amount of players. Yeah, that's kind of a staggering statistic, but in the case, like, I feel like percentages don't really tell the entire story. If you actually have like a numerical value of how many people are playing the game, especially if it's a multiplayer focused game, but nonetheless, Ryzen, to put it short, is doing incredibly well. It's great to see. Like, Steam sometimes has these games, man, where they come out of seemingly nowhere. Like, I knew about Ryzen ahead of its release, but I wasn't like, oh, yeah, this is gonna be the game that, like, blows up this month. But, yeah, it's the game that has blown up this month. But, maybe it's also a thing about, you know, there's not a lot of big games coming out right now, so a game like this can kind of just, you know, have that stealth release, not a lot of buzz surrounding it ahead of its release, and then it comes out and everybody's enamored by it. But yeah, great to see that game do well. It's always great to see, you know, smaller studios put out a new game and it doing well. That's always something that warms my, you know, my black heart, so to speak. It warms my heart to see games do well, especially, you know, it's not from a big-time publisher or anything like that. It's from a smaller studio. And hopefully they just, you know, continue to make the game better. I know some people are touting issues here and there, but, you know, for what we're seeing thus far, I've already seen comments of people saying they've put 30, 40 hours into the game, which is great to hear already, but yeah, nice to see that again. Alright, lastly, do want to know Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 launching October 28th. Platforms haven't been specified. Of course, the game will be on PC. I imagine it'll be a Battle.net exclusive again, just because it'll be interesting to see how Call of Duty is approached once the Activision acquisition goes through. Like, when Call of Duty's on Xbox Game Pass, bro, we go to be chillin', because ain't nobody trying to spend $60 or $70 a year on Call of Duty. Like, when that game, if that game hits Game Pass, oh my god, that is just gonna be, like, incredible. You know, who knows? Maybe they won't even throw it on Game Pass. Hopefully they will. Obviously, this one's not going to be on Game Pass. The acquisition hasn't gone through yet. But Modern Warfare 2019 was a banger, man. So hopefully Modern Warfare 2 turns out to be pretty solid as well. Modern Warfare 2019 had a great campaign as well. So that's kind of the element of Call of Duty that I get into more so than the multiplayer these days. The only multiplayer game I really play these days is Halo Infinite. I'm not really jumping into a lot of other games right now. And, you know, it's like multiplayer games, I just don't get serious into them. My days of raging at League of Legends and, you know, playing Call of Duty until 4 in the morning, kind of behind me at this point. And, a lot of single-player games are what I play, or, you know, when I do want to play a multiplayer game, I literally jump in Halo Infinite. As, you know, contentless as that game is, it's just the one that has hooked me, man. Well, what can I say, but I'll be checking out Modern Warfare 2. I mean, I check out Call of Duty every year like a shill, so I'll definitely be checking it out, especially from a single-player standpoint. I hope it turns out pretty well. But that's going to do it for me. Again, No Man's Sky, Expedition 7 Leviathan, that's a thing, and we'll see about the Epic Games Store freebie. I'm not completely sold on that. That seems like a pretty wild freebie to give out, but who knows? EGS has given out some pretty notable titles, so could be another one. 1 million vampires have risen from their slumber in V Rising, and Modern Warfare 2 dropping October 28th. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.